What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cat back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys. Today we have something that honestly has taken me a very long time to put together, so please smash up that like button if you do enjoy this video right here. But basically, we're going to be ranking every single key ultimate within Xenoverse 2. Now, what I'm going to be showcasing is the top 20, and those are the skills we're going to focus on the most within the video in terms of going in depth with why I feel they are that high in the ranking of key ultimates within Xenoverse 2. And then all the rest of the skills, guys, I have categorized for you between bad, decent, and good within Xenoverse 2, and all those skills are excluding the top 20. Like I said, what we're going to be taking a look at and showcasing skill by skill is the top 20 first, and then at the end of the video I'll go over all the different categories and rankings of all of the other key ultimates that I've put together for you guys, like I said, because if we did a full-on video for all these, it would literally be like a 4-hour video if I went into a discussion on each and every single one. So I figured the top 20 best would be sufficient enough for this. Now, getting it started with number 20 though. Number 20, guys, is a move that honestly is fairly good. You get very good damage for the amount of key you're spending, and that is Gigantic Meteor. Gigantic Meteor only costs 3 bars of key, but look at the damage you're about to get from this move. 14,376. The only issue that a lot of people really run into with this move is how do you land it? Well, it's fairly easy to land. All you got to do is a knockaway attack in any way, shape, or form, and you will be able to land this move. Now, the other issue on why it is actually ranked so low with this move is the fact that it actually does take quite a bit of time to activate and use, as you guys will see right here. You can do something simple like this though. Go into the sledgehammer. Oh, I hit the wrong ultimate. I'm an absolute dumbass. Alright, trying this again. Like I said, you can hit the sledgehammer into a knockaway immediately afterwards and then go into the Gigantic Meteor, and a combo like this will always work for the skill. But as you will see right here, the combo did extend and I did get the damage off within the stamina break, but it leaves me a limited amount of time to do anything else within that stamina break process because of how long the move takes again to actually land. So that is the main reason we have it so low on this list. If it was faster, it would be a lot higher on the list without doubt, since it only is a 3 key bar move doing almost 15k damage. But moving on to number 19, guys, on this list we have Minus Energy Powerball. Minus Energy Powerball is honestly it's a fairly good skill. It's gotten a couple of buffs, I believe, through the DLC updates in time, and as you guys see, it does do 13,198 damage. Yes, it is doing less damage than what's it called, Gigantic Meteor is, without doubt, but at the same time, during a stamina break, this takes much less time from your stamina break combo than a move like Gigantic Meteor. You use it immediately when your opponent's stamina is broken, and as you see, they only get about 2.5, maybe 3 bars back, and then you're able to go into something right else immediately afterwards and continue on with the combo. And if I had different moves on this preset, I could definitely put together a like 25k combo or something even more than that. So that is why we have Minus Energy Powerball coming ahead of Gigantic Meteor. Yes, again, it does less damage and takes more key, but it gives you the opportunity to do so much more within that stamina break combo to where you're guaranteed to kill your opponent really, no matter where their health is. With Gigantic Meteor, you're not going to be able to do as much, so you may not kill an opponent that has maybe over 2 bars of health at the time that you do stamina break them. Minus Energy Powerball, again, gives you so much more options within that actual combo, so that's why we have it ahead of Gigantic Meteor. But with that being said, guys, moving on to number 18 on this list, we have a skill that honestly used to be buns, and that is Dimension Ray, guys. Dimension Ray used to be absolute trash. Like, it was a lot slower. I don't know if the damage has gotten buffed or not through time, but I know the move used to be a lot slower, and it really was not usable in stamina breaks or anything like that. That's how long it would actually take, and it's why you really never saw anybody using it at the same time. But now, as you see, one, you're getting good damage. I believe the damage has been buffed through time as well. I don't think it was doing damage like this before. And then 2, it's honestly very easy to land in the stamina break. Like, you can use a knockdown, knock away, and this move will be landing for you, as you guys see right here, all day, every day, and it gives a lot of time in the stamina break combo to do other stuff as well. Like, that did not take much time from my stamina break, and it gives me the opportunity to go into even more and more with that combo, like I said. And it also only takes 4 bars of key as opposed to the 5 that Minus Energy Powerball does. So that is also another reason why I have it coming ahead of Minus Energy Powerball on this list. But again, Dimension Ray has gotten nice buffs to it and is now a honestly fairly good move within Xenoverse 2, in my opinion, cracking the top 20 of key ultimates within this game. But moving on to the number 17 skill on this list, guys, we have Gigantic Burst. Gigantic Burst is a move when it first came out, I felt it was honestly underwhelming. Like, the damage was not enough. It only did like 10k damage when this move first came out. But now, as you guys see, 13,410. The damage has gone up on this move. It definitely got a nice buff in terms of its damage to where it's actually viable, especially since it took 5 bars of ki and still does take 5 bars of ki. Now, another reason that I have this move, or the main reason I have this move ahead of a move like minus energy Powerball by 2 spots, or ahead of a move like Dimension Ray, is just for the simple fact that this move not only can be used during a stamina break in any way, shape, or form, of course, but you got to take into account that, yes, the move is unvanishable. And when it is unvanishable, I do not condone using stuff like that online, but at the same time, it is, we have it on triangle, just making sure I have it on the right ultimate. When it is a move like this, as you guys see, it's something that you can honestly use in offline mode and PvE, and I have no problem with people doing that. If you're going to cheese and unvanishable the hell out of the computer, go for it. So not only is this move good for PvP, but I also feel it's a rather good PvE move, considering the simple fact that you can get a lot of damage from it against the CPU fairly easy with just a simple knockaway into this, and you will be landing it all day, every day. So again, for those reasons, that's why we have this move coming in at number 17 on this list. But moving on to number 16 on this list, guys, in my opinion, honestly, 16 and 15 could be flip-flopped. You could have it go either way. They're very, very close in my opinion. That is Perfect and Final Kamehameha. I have Perfect at 16 and then Final at 15, just because Final does do a bit more damage. Now, Final does take another bar of ki, but at the same time, it does do a bit more damage on moves like Meditation, things like that. It's not that hard to get a lot of ki for a stamina break combo. So that's why I have it coming ahead of Perfect Kamehameha, but both are honestly very, very good moves. As you see, Perfect Kamehameha does 13,796, and then you got Final Kamehameha doing 14,688. Final Kamehameha is also a faster startup in terms of like how fast it actually hits your opponent. Perfect Kamehameha does have a little bit of an animation and a little bit of a hold on that startup compared to Final, so that's another reason I have it ahead. But again, to me, you can flip-flop these between 16 and 15. It really comes down to preference on whether you want to spend 5 bars of ki for 14.7k damage, or if you want to spend 3 bars of ki for 13.8k damage. But besides that, again, these moves to me are very, very similar. I mean, they're both Kamehamehas, both do similar damage. So again, you get the gist of what I'm saying with these two skills right here. But overall, they are very good, very easy to land. Can put together some very, very nice combos during stamina breaks. Of course, they hit your opponent fairly fast, so they don't take much time from that. So like I said, you can put together some fairly nice combos with these moves. So that is why we have them coming in at number 16 and 15 on this list of key ultimates within Xenoverse 2. Honestly, before, they used to come in a lot higher, but with all these different changes, like even DLC 10 had a lot of changes to ultimates that we didn't know about because we did not get that second part of patch notes from the homie Demon Boy. Sadly, his computer did go down, so we couldn't get those. But again, a lot of ultimates did also change within DLC 10. Like, all these DLC patches that have come have really changed the game around and changed what ultimates are truly the best within Xenoverse 2, as you guys see here. Keeping this list going though, guys, moving on to number 14. Number 14 is a move that some people may think would be higher, but honestly, with all the moves that have become buffed and become one-shot, Revenge Death Ball is not nearly what it was when it first came out. Revenge Death Ball is still not a bad move if you have like 7 bars of ki when you throw it, as you guys see right there. Getting 12,458 damage, not bad damage, but it really does never add up to the amount of ki that you're spending with this move, in my opinion, compared to others that you'll see higher on the list for the amount of ki you spend compared to the damage you get. For it to be higher anywhere on this list, like, you'll have moves that, one, don't take charge, two, one-shot their opponent. As you guys see, you got to kind of charge up Revenge Death Ball no matter what to get the maximum damage of 22,037. If you don't charge and just launch it when you do have 10 bars of ki, you're still getting good damage at 18,198. But again, it's really not enough to like one-shot and does not really compare to some of the other skills, in my opinion, that you guys will see on this list from here on out. So again, that is why we have it coming in at number 14. But with that being at number 14, moving on to number 13, guys, we have another skill that takes 10 bars of ki, and that is Break Cannon. Break Cannon can take anywhere between, I believe, 3 and 10 bars of ki. The more ki you have, though, the more damage you're getting from it. Now with this move doing 20,444 damage right off the bat without having to do anything, without having to charge anything or anything like that, it automatically becomes better, in my opinion, with 10 bars of ki than Revenge Death Ball does. This move, again, you do not have to charge anything. You don't have to sit there and wait around. With Revenge Death Ball, if you want to actually charge it up, you have to use it in specific ways, like having a heavy stamina break or something along those lines. That is not the case with Break Cannon. You can literally use Break Cannon off of a knockdown during a stamina break combo, as you guys are about to see right here. Just stamina break your opponent, boom, boom. And then immediately afterwards, go into the Break Cannon, and this will land for you guys all day, every day, as you saw the combo extended, and we got all that damage at 23,461. So again, to me, Break Cannon is just a lot easier to use and still giving you similar damage as Revenge Death Ball. So that is why we have it coming in ahead of Revenge Death. I was going to say Revenge. What the hell is that? But ahead of Revenge Death Ball at number 13 on this list right here, guys. Now, moving on to number 12 on this list, guys, we have times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. Times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha is a move that has multiple different damage outputs, as you guys see, of course, without being locked. I mean, with being locked on, you're getting 15,333. But when you lock off your opponent and still hit the move, as you'll see right here, you're getting 17,949 damage. Now, it does make it a little bit tougher to obviously hit that than having them locked on. When you're locked onto them, like, you really don't have to adjust anything or anything along those lines. When you're locked off on your opponent, you just got to make sure you're next to him, you lock off to him, and then actually do the move. But again, it's really not that hard to land, and it's giving you 17,949 damage in that regard. So without doubt, a very, very good move. But coming in at ahead of it, coming in at number 11, guys, we have Neo Tri-Beam. Neo Tri-Beam is another move that is honestly really, really good. It's a move that, yes, consumes stamina, but at the same time, it does not take much stamina to get a lot of damage off. As you guys see here, at 5 bars of stamina, we're at 14k damage, 6, and just going on, keep going. As you see, you can get up to 23,313 damage in base form with this move. But again, at 5 bars of stamina, you're getting 17k almost, which at that point, for the most part, during a stamina break and within your stamina break combo, you should be able to kill your opponent without doubt. But even if you have more, you have the potential all the way to go up to 23k and even maybe further or less, depending on what your build is. And then, of course, if you actually incorporate an Awoken, you're coming around 30k damage with this skill right here, depending on if you're using like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution or Golden. Like, those were the two I was taking into account. But again, this move without doubt is very, very good. A true one-shot skill that can actually one-shot some characters within this game, even without them like taking a punch or anything like that. So that is why we have it coming in at number 11 on this list. But keeping this list moving, the number 10 skill on this list, guys, is One-Handed Kamehameha Mark II. To me, honestly, this skill is a little bit better than times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha because of the simple fact of how it works within a stamina break. During a stamina break, this move is much quicker and much more flexible. One, as you guys see, the startup time of it is a bit quicker than times 100, and 2, it has much more range than times 100 as well. And 3, to get that 18k damage plus out of it, it does not take, you know, you getting up close to your opponent, locking off, things like that, like it does with times 100. So again, there are a couple reasons why I like this move and why I feel it is the best Kamehameha ult within Xenoverse 2. But honestly, it kind of comes down to preference really between like that and times 100. They're only separated by 1 spot on this list as well. So again, it kind of comes down to preference between those 2 moves right there. But moving on, guys, to the number 9 skill on this list. At number 9, we have Super Ki Explosion. This move, hold up, let's change the training settings to not guard. This move honestly is very good all around. Once again, ever since it got buffed, I believe it got buffed in DLC 9, or it may have even been 10, but I know it did get a buff in one of the recent DLCs to where the damage is kind of back to normal, how it used to be more. So as you guys see right here, doing 18,372 damage for only, 7 bars of ki. You got to keep that in mind. Super Ki Explosion does not take the full 10 bars of ki. It'll take a little bit, as you guys see right here, and then boom, stop right there to where it's not taking any more further on from that point. So it's not using a full 10 bars to get that 18,372 damage, on top of the fact that this skill is also very, very good for PvE as well. It's not just good in PvP, it can be a very, very good move in PvE to get a lot of opponents sucked in and take out a lot of opponents at multiple times in parallel quests or things like that. So again, Super Ki Explosion without doubt is very, very good all around. It does take a lot of ki to get that 18k damage, but usually online, that 18k damage is most likely going to kill your opponent. And then if you're using this in an offline situation, like I said, you can suck in a lot of multiple CPUs and hit them at the same time with a skill like this right here. So that is why we have it coming in at number 9 on this list. But guys, moving on to the number 8 skill on this list, Final Shine Attack. And honestly, this should not be a surprise to anybody. Final Shine has been a one-shot skill within Xenoverse 2 for a very, very, very long time. Even with 7 bars of ki, as you guys see, you're getting 314 damage from this move. But when you actually do have your ki all the way up with meditation, or if you just have 10 bars of ki, anything like that, you are now going to be getting 21,676 damage, as you guys see right there. So again, this move really speaks for itself. It's very, very easy to use in stamina breaks. You can use it very easily off of any kind of knockdown. I believe you can use it off of knockaways as well very easily. So again, this move all around just does a lot of damage, and at the same time, it's very, very easy to use. Why would it be a top rank ultimate within the game? So again, like I said, it really speaks for itself as to why it is ranked at number 8 on this list. But coming in at number 7 on this list, a move that is very, very similar but a bit different and having that advantage in a certain way that we're going to talk about in a second, that is Emperor's Death Beam. Emperor's Death Beam not only does a tiny bit more damage than Final Shine, as you guys see, but also the move is unvanishable. The move can be used off a knockaway attack, as you guys see, which again, I do not condone doing in an online setting. But if you are on offline and you're playing PvE, this skill is honestly not only great for PvP, but it's a great PvE skill at the same time, because it's a very easy way to get off a lot of damage once again, just like Gigantic Burst. Again, the move is unvanishable. So you can get off a lot of damage within PvE situations with Emperor's Death Beam very, very easily without doubt. So that is why I definitely have it coming in ahead of Final Shine. Not only is it a little bit faster than Final Shine, it does more damage than Final Shine, and it is also unvanishable, unlike Final Shine can be in a PvE setting. Do not use that in PvP, just saying. But with that being said, guys, keeping this list going, moving on to the number 6 skill on this list. At number 6, we have Angry Explosion. And honestly, Angry Explosion is another move that should, for the most part, speak for itself. But at the same time, I'm going to do a little bit of talking for it, besides the high damage and stuff like that that you obviously get from it, as you guys are about to see right here. This move is another move that is very, very good in a PvE situation, guys. These moves with a lot of range, or not a lot of range, with a large radius where you can hit multiple opponents, things like that, always are very, very good in PvE, especially when they do a lot of damage, like Angry Explosion of course does at 24,244 damage. So again, it really speaks for itself for the most part why it's coming in this high. Not only is it a guaranteed one shot online when it comes to PvP, but also it is a great move in terms of PvE as well. So that is why we have it coming in at number 6 on this list. But moving on to number 5, guys. Number 5 is a move that honestly I don't know if it was touched or not in DLC 10, but I swear this move was I don't know if it got faster or if I'm thinking of like another game. It's been so long since I've seen Soul Punisher within Xenoverse 2, but when you take into account how fast Soul Punisher is, how much damage it does, how easy it is to use, how much comboing you can do with this move, to me it is without doubt the number 5 skill in this game. It is absolutely amazing. Like, you can put together some very sick high damaging combos with this move, because 1, it does a lot of damage. 2, it is honestly very, very fast. I swear it got some kind of speed buff. I don't remember this move being this fast within Xenoverse 2, or maybe I'm just a complete idiot. I don't know. But again, as you guys see right here, if you just do a simple combo like this, boom, sledgehammer into the spirit bomb immediately afterwards, and then you just finish him off with the Soul Punisher. It is time to say goodbye, my boy. Like, that was just such an easy KO death right there, and it didn't even showcase the max damage. If Trunks' health was at like unlimited, we would have been at like 28-29k damage from that simple combo right there. So the move is extremely easy to use, very fast, and at the same time just absolutely sexy. Like, that is just something about the move. The move is saucy as hell. You cannot doubt. Like, look at it. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Like, one of my favorite moves from Dragon Ball history. It just never really was too great in Xenoverse 2 to where I used it before, but through these buffs, I know it's gotten multiple buffs in these DLCs. It has definitely gotten a lot better between damage buffs and all that it has gotten. So again, to me, Soul Punisher is coming in at number 5 on this list. But now moving on to number 4 out of the key ultimates on Xenoverse 2, guys. At number 4, we have a skill that honestly, it's won multiple key ultimate competitions or top key ultimates within Xenoverse 2 before, and that is Meteor Burst. Meteor Burst still is an absolutely amazing move, even though it did get nerfed, I believe, in DLC 9. The damage was taken down a bit, but as you see, 13,140 damage in the non-charge, or in the non-charge version. Or was that, hold on, the charge version was 13,140. The non-charge version is 11,992. That is still amazing damage, though, for a move that only takes 3 bars a key. And also, this move gives you the ability to combo other moves into it immediately afterwards. I don't know for sure, actually, if Ultra Fighting Bomber will combo into it. Let's see. Use the Meteor Burst, boom. And let's see, I don't know, again, I don't know if Ultra Fighting Bomber will, but it just might. No, it did not. But basically, guys, a lot of skills can be comboed into Meteor Burst, as some of you may know. Those who have used Meteor Burst in the past, this move can combo into other ultimates. Pretty much like all Kamehameha ultimates can be comboed with it. Other things as well. A lot of moves are much faster than that Spirit Bomb right there, and as you saw, it almost did land. But Meteor Burst has always been an absolutely great skill within Xenoverse 2. It just did take a bit of a hit in terms of its damage with the recent, not DLC 10, but I believe DLC 9 patched down this move to where it does less damage than it used to, but still an all-around absolutely devastating move to where you can combo a lot with it, like just with this move alone, what you can do afterwards. And then also it's doing great damage for 3 bars a key without doubt. So that's why we have it coming in at number 4. But moving on to number 3 was the other move that we were trying to combo with it, and that is Raccoon Ultra Fighting Bomber. This move, guys, is another great 3 key bar move. It is a move that is fairly easy to land. All you got to do is boom, stamina break your opponent, go into some kind of knockdown combo. If you're not close enough to them, just use some stamina, get close, and then Ultra Fighting Bomber them. As you see, they're going to wake up right into it, and they're going to be taking all that damage right there. Or you could combo with a move like Sledgehammer, anything like that. This move will be working for you all day, every day, and you will be getting that insane damage at the same time from it. And it doesn't take that long to actually use, like a move like Gigantic Meteor or something like that. This move does not take as much away from your full stamina break combo, and you're able to do a lot more leading up to it or after it, depending on whether you use it early or late within the stamina break, like I said. So again, to me, Ultra Fighting Bomber is definitely a great all-around move, and another move that has won or been the number 1 spot before on a top key ultimate list from your boy in the past. But I honestly, after taking a lot of time thinking, I feel these next 2 skills, guys, are better than Raccoon Ultra Fighting Bomber. They may have been better in the last key ultimate list that I made. It's just at the time, you know, I did not put all the, I guess, as much thought into that list as I did with this one, since not only with this one I did the top 20, but I took into account every single key ultimate and took my time with each and every single key ultimate. That's why this video took so long to actually get out to you guys. But finally, let's move on to that number 2 and number 1 skill on Xenoverse 2 when it comes to the key ultimates. All right, y'all, finally moving on to the number 2 spot on this list. We have a move that I don't know, I think it received a buff in DLC 10 or something like that, because Hell's Flash, guys, it did not do more damage in the past than Raccoon Ultra Fighting Bomber. Now it is doing more damage than Raccoon Ultra Fighting Bomber, as you see right there. 15,203 damage from this move. That is insane for a 3 key bar ult. 15,394. You're always going to be in that 15,000 range. Now, yes, the move was nerfed a bit. I know that for a fact. It was nerfed in the sense that it does not work as well when you are not directly on your opponent. You're not going to get the same amount of damage, but you can still get like 12,458, which is damn good for a 3 key bar ult. That's still more than Meteor Burst gives you without the charge up. So again, this move is absolutely insane and definitely the highest damaging 3 key bar ult in the game. And then it's not hard to land on top of that in a stamina break. All you got to do is incorporate some kind of knockdown and get right up on your opponent, and then use the Hell's Flash. Bada bing, bada boom, your opponent's dead. That's it. So this skill, honestly, like I said, all around is absolutely amazing. It is the best 3 key bar ult in the game, the most damaging 3 key bar ult in the game, and I do believe that something was adjusted within DLC 10, or maybe I missed it within DLC 9, because this move was not doing as much damage, I don't believe, as Ultra Fighting Bomber was in the past. But again, there's been so many changes with all these DLCs, it's absolutely crazy. Now, moving on to the number 1 skill on this list, guys. This one, honestly, it should have been number 1 in the last video I did, the last key ultimate list I did, and that is Final Explosion. This move, the more I use it, the more I've seen it, the more I've come to realize that it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, in every way, shape, or form, I mean, it's guaranteed to kill your opponent for the most part in an actual match. Like, if you have 5 bars of stamina, just with 5 bars of stamina, look at the damage Final Explosion does. 5 bars, not even a full 10 on bars, guys. We're at 2, 3, 4, and 5. That was about 4. That was about 4.5, 5.5. 5.5 stamina, bars of stamina. We got 22,000 damage in base form. So not only is this move literally guaranteed death for any opponent when it comes to the PvP side of Xenoverse 2, but at the same time, it is by far the best move to use, in PvE. When it comes to ults, like when you're facing multiple opponents and even some raid bosses at times, if you can keep that raid boss in a certain area, this move is devastating on PvE. Like, it gets PvE things done so fast. It was the move that honestly makes that whole crystal raid mode method of getting the skills the fastest way possible within Xenoverse 2. That's the skill that you need. Without that skill, that method is not possible. That's how amazing this skill truly is. Now look at the damage we're about to get from this move when I put Trunks' health to unlimited. Take this into account in a PvE setting when it's hitting multiple opponents or things like that. Look at all this damage, 33,497. I am not transformed. I am in base form, and that is the type of damage that we get from Final Explosion with 10 bars of stamina. Now again, you saw a 5.5, you still getting 22,000, which is more than enough. But this move not only is amazing and one of the best, if not the best, in PvP, it is without the best move, without a doubt, in my opinion, at least in PvE. This move is so amazing in PvE. It makes parallel quests so easy. Like, whenever I use this move, I get parallel quests done 10 times faster. It makes the crystal raid mode easy. So all around, Final Explosion is just a great move, and that is why I have it at number 1. And like I said, I feel like it honestly should have been number 1, thinking back to when I did this list after DLC 9 came out. But let me know what you guys think about this list down below in the comments. What we're gonna do now though is go on over to like my computer side of things, get off the PS4 in terms of the video, and I'm gonna have basically like a spreadsheet, I guess you could say, or not a spreadsheet, just a list of the skills that I have in each and every single category in terms of bad, decent, and good. And remember, none of those skills that were in the top 20 are listed in any of those. These are all the other key ultimates within Xenoverse 2, so you can see which ones fall into which category. And obviously a lot of people will be more drawn to the ones that are good, because those are the ones that are honestly very, very usable online. But even the decent skills are fairly usable online and can be used to make some saucy combos, things like that. Just the bad skills really are honestly just kind of bad, as you guys will see. Alright y'all, now getting into this list, starting out with the bad skills. We're going to go from bad to good. But starting out in the bad category, we have Breaker Energy Wave, Full Power Energy Volley, Hell's On Grenade, Vacation Delete, Double Death Slicer, Assault Range, Fear of Destruction, Ice Cannon, Evil Blast, and SS Deadly Bomber. Now I know SS Deadly Bomber and Evil Blast might draw some eye braises and things like that, but SS Deadly Bomber does not do nearly enough damage for being 4 bars a key. It only does like 7-point-something thousand damage for 4 bars, which is absolutely ridiculous at this point in time compared to all the other skills. The only thing it's really good for is its tracking. Besides that, its damage is absolutely atrocious. Then with Evil Blast, guys, Evil Blast would be a lot better if it wasn't for the simple fact that you can actually block the move. Even if you get hit with the counter, it is a counter, you can actually block the blast part of the move. If you perfect block it, you can sidestep afterwards, and you take literally no damage from this at all. So it's kind of busted in a bad way, in the sense that it literally doesn't really work how it's supposed to. So again, that's why that is also in the bad category. Now moving on to decent, this is the one that has the most moves in it. Starting out though, we have ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha, ×20 Kaioken Kamehameha, Explosive Assault, Special Beam Cannon, Shocking Death Ball, Spirit Ball, Crusher Volcano, Supernova, Last Emperor, Full Power Energy Wave, God Punisher, Heat Dome, Dual Destructo Disc, Spirit Bomb, Symphonic Destruction, Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack, Teleporting Vanishing Ball, Super Rose Kamehameha, Super Gallic Gun, Elegant Blaster, Dodoria Launcher, then Requiem of Destruction, God of Destruction Menace, Excellent Full Course, Remote Serious Bomb, Mystic Flash, and Super Black Kamehameha. These are all the skills that I have ranked in the decent category. Now, some of them I would say are like high in the decent category, like a ×20 Kaioken Kamehameha, a Remote Serious Bomb, a Super Black Kamehameha. These are moves that I would feel like are almost in that good category, but I wouldn't say quite are there yet. With ×20, it takes 5 bars of ki for only 12k damage, and at the same time, the move takes far too long to actually land in a stamina break to actually make it good, in my opinion. Then you got Super Black Kamehameha. It got nerfed in terms of damage heavily. It only does like 7.4k, 7.5k damage, something like that at this point in time, which really is not that much, but it is still unvanishable. That's why I have it on the verge of potentially being good, I would say, but I still put it in that decent category. The Remote Serious Bomb, of course, is good. Oh, an Excellent Full Course is another one that I would say is on the verge. It just needs to be fixed in the sense where it works all the time instead of just some of the time. The fact that it can drop even when your opponent's stamina is broken is why I have it in that decent category. But that's everything for that category, guys. Now moving on to the good category. These are the skills that I feel are like right under the top 20 and skills that can be very good options if you're not looking for something within that top 20. Now, starting out though, we have Scatter Kamehameha, Chain Destructo Disc, Super Kamehameha, Sand Spirit, Brave Heat, Dead End Rain, Final Flash, Death Ball, Super Electric Strike, Serious Bomb, Warp Kamehameha, Innocence Breath, Super Vanishing Ball, mainly for PvE purposes, Grand Smasher, Supernova Cooler, One-Handed Kamehameha, Prominence Flash, again mainly for PvE purposes, because you're not going to land it multiple times in PvP really, but in PvE, once you get it to that third time, which you will use ultimate in a lot of parallel quests 3 times, it starts to do very good damage without doubt for 3 key bars. Now, next up we have Lightning Impact, then we have Weekend, and then lastly, Divine Wrath Purification, guys, and that is mainly in there again for PvE. I would say just because on PvP compared to the other moves, it's really not that great anymore. Like what used to make it shine in PvP was the fact that it did a lot of damage, but the simple fact that its tracking still hasn't really been buffed and the damage was nerfed, it's really not that great of a PvP move, but definitely a good PvE move without doubt, and that's why we have it in this category. But that is it for all the moves, guys. The rest of the moves in Xenoverse 2, again, I figured this was a lot faster. I figured this probably like what, 4 or 5 minutes maybe at most that we got through all these, as opposed to the others, and I feel the others needed more time and more attention. I tried to get them as fast as possible at the same time, but I felt like, again, they needed an explanation of why they are in that top 20 without a doubt. But let me know what you guys think about my list, about the categories where I have certain skills. What would your top 10 list maybe look like? Top 15, maybe at most. Writing a whole top 20 in the comments would take a fairly long time. So again, what would your top 10 probably list? I'd say at most, not even top 15. That'd probably take a long time to think about, put together, things like that. So again, what's your top 10 when it comes to ultimates on Xenoverse 2 in terms of key ultimates? Let me know that in the comments down below. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.